Hello, and thank you for joining me for today's edition of my legislative update. I am State Representative Justin Simmons of the 131st District from Lehigh and Northampton counties. Today, we are here with the Secretary of Agriculture for the state of Pennsylvania, Secretary George Greig. How you doing today, George?
Good.
Good. George is here to tell us about one of Pennsylvania's largest industries, how agriculture has changed throughout the Commonwealth, and how the state is involved. Thank you again, Secretary, for joining us today.
My pleasure.
My first question to you is, how long have you been with the department?
I had the honor of serving as Secretary of Agriculture for a little over 2 years now. February 1st was my anniversary date, so I'm going on my third year, and it's really been a privilege to serve. For that, I was involved in production agriculture all my life and served as a leader in different farm organizations.
What does your department do and oversee?
The Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture encourages, protects, and promotes agriculture and ag-related industries. We provide food safety and consumer protection through regulatory agencies. Through our agency, we inspect and promote a lot of different things in agriculture.
How many people work for your department?
Well, we have 560 people that work for the Department of Agriculture throughout the state. We have people in the office in Harrisburg, but we also have people in different regions in Pennsylvania that do restaurant inspections, dog law. We enforce the dog law, many different areas. We do weights and measures, so we inspect the gas pumps and the deli scales and grocery store scanners across the state of Pennsylvania.
I've heard that the honeybee population is in danger. Do you know the cause of why this is happening, and are there any plans to remedy the problem?
Well, you're talking about chronic collapse disorder of the hives, and it's very unclear yet what is causing this. There's a lot of different research going on. At first, people thought that it was pesticide related, but that doesn't hold true, because in some areas the honeybees are doing just fine. In other areas they're really devastated. It's a very big concern of mine because of the fact that 1/3 of your plate of food is affected by the pollination of honeybees and other wild pollinators.
Could you elaborate on that?
Well, the honeybees are dying off in some cases a lot quicker than they should, and we need bees to pollinate our food, our fruits and vegetables, apple trees. All that depends on pollination. So we don't get any fruit unless or some vegetables that are pollinated. We don't get any fruit from them unless the bees do their work and pollinate.
Is it a statewide problem, or is it specific to a certain area of the state?
It's actually a national problem. We've been working with the Pennsylvania Honeybee Association. We're looking at how we can get more eyes and ears in the field, and possibly we may have some type of mentor inspection where some of the Beekeepers Association people will go out and inspect neighboring hives, and then we will find out how widespread the problem really is in Pennsylvania.
You touched on this a little bit before, but what are some of the areas that the department covers that people may know about?
Oh, there's many. PA Preferred is the permanent branding program for Pennsylvania ag products, and we were able to get PA Preferred signed into law. And when I came on board, I said that I wanted to work on marketing because farmers are very good at producing, very poor at marketing. And now that PA Preferred is a permanent program, people will know when they see the PA Preferred emblem, which is the gold check mark inside of the blue keystone, that they're buying a Pennsylvania product. When consumers buy Pennsylvania products, they are keeping their dollars in the local communities and supporting local farmers. So that's just a fantastic program.
I should point out there are many great industries within our district that participate in this great program. How do you work with other departments within the state?
We cross over a lot of different departments, DEP, and a lot of times, the regulations that are put out by DEP or passed down from the federal level on EPA, we work with DEP to make sure that our farmers are compliant with the regulations. Department of State, we do amusement ride inspections, and we do 9,100 amusement ride inspections across the state. Retail fuel dispensers, the gas pumps, we inspect those in 57 out of the 67 counties. Now, some counties have their own county program. We also regulate the fireworks in Pennsylvania. And as I mentioned before, we oversee dog law enforcement. We also work with DCNR on a limited basis, and a lot of the other agencies, of course, DGS, when we're purchasing vehicles for our staff, we work through DGS. So we have a very good working relationship with the other departments in the state.
How is the department helping to protect the farmland within the Commonwealth?
Well, Pennsylvania leads the nation in farmland preservation. We have 475,000 acres preserved, and what happens there is the farmers will actually sell their development rights, and that designates that land can only be used for agricultural purposes. Right now, in the state of Pennsylvania, we have about 7.75 million acres that we use for crops. But we do have 475,000 acres that are designated that is going to remain for crops. So we've got a long ways to go, but we need to ensure that in the future generations that we have the land to work with. And this is, I'm very proud of what Pennsylvania has done to preserve this land for farming in the future.
Yeah, most certainly. How big of a business is agriculture within the state?
Agriculture is the #1 industry in Pennsylvania. It brings in $6.7 billion in cash receipts, and $67 billion in economic impact to the state. So when you look at the value-added part of it, that's the ag manufacturing. We've got 1 in every 7 jobs is related to agriculture. And if you look at, say, Turkey Hill, or they have 1,000 employees. There are 60,000 people in the state of Pennsylvania work in ag manufacturing. So,
what do you see in the future for the department?
well, I think that the future of agriculture is very bright. It looks very promising. We have worked on exporting products, so we have exported cattle to other countries and worked on, I think now 14% of our dairy products are exported outside of Pennsylvania. So I think that 90-some% of the people that we need to feed, or of the world population, are outside of the United States, and we need to use that as a market to increase our economic viability in the state, and we can use agriculture and the farmers to do just that.
Well, that's it for the questions that I have. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Secretary. We appreciate it.
Thank you for letting me be here.
That is all the time that we have today. I would like to thank the Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary Greig, who was able to explain to us the vital role the Department of Agriculture plays in helping our farmers across Pennsylvania. If you would like any more information, please contact my office at the information that will appear on the screen. Thank you for watching, and please join me next time for my legislative update.